changes are coming to Ana and McCree in the new Overwatch patch.
And they cannot figure McCree out.
No.
They cannot figure
Dude, I feel like every patch that comes out,
it's always
McCree is always involved.
Then he goes from super strong to crap, to stronger than... This one's not as bad. They're not killing him. And he's still... Actually, the ones that I read that they're doing on him are actually pretty good.
Yeah. We're going to get into that. Let's see. Notable changes coming to Ana and McCree. Ana's Overwatch's new hero has had her biotic rate of fire increased by 20%. 20%. That's a big jump. Usually it's like single digit.
That is a big jump. And they didn't do it for... I mean, it is going to help her damage, but man, her healing sucks.
Her healing sucks. Like, I understand, like, okay, let's read the rest of this paragraph real quick. At the end, the magazine size has been increased from 8 to 10. Since her rifle is used for healing allies and damaging enemies, it's increased overall effectiveness on both ends of the spectrum. But, like, each shot, you don't want to sit there and pump a whole clip into one of your...
Well, yeah, like, it takes like three shots.
3 shots to fill up it.
To fill up a guy.
Yeah. I think it should take like 2. I mean, the increase is nice. Yeah. Like, I guess you're getting 2 more shots in the barrel, but she's
just such a terrible healer. Like,
I don't understand.
I don't think that they should have made her a support.
Yeah.
I think they should have put her in that like defender class and gave her something other than healing.
Yeah, maybe like a shield or something instead.
I know there's already a sniper in the defender, so I guess maybe that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
But she's not a good healer. I mean, her healing grenade is decent. Her sleep dart isn't great. That's used for...
sleep dart is... I do have an issue with the sleep dart because, like, it's more of a shoot and escape type weapon than
that's
like
what it's for. But
then because like
McCree's flashbang,
where you get stunned, like you're stunned, like you can't move. Where like sleep works differently than stun, and I think that's kind of a problem. I think you should be able to get 1 or 2 shots off.
You should be able to hit him as soon as you hit him. He's up. If you're stunned with the flashbang, you can shoot me until I'm unstunned.
Yeah.
No, they should probably work the same.
Especially I feel like it should be the opposite.
The sleep dart is harder to hit someone with.
I feel like it should be the opposite. I feel like stun, you should be stunned until somebody hits you.
I agree.
In sleep, you should be asleep for the full like 5 or 6 seconds that this is...
Well, I think they should be asleep and that you can hit them as much as you want, but then they should decrease the sleep timer.
Right. Yeah, to like 3.5 to 4 seconds.
Like 3.5 seconds.
McCree, who saw a nerf a few weeks ago and the subsequent range increase, has changed once again.
No, he got a buff, an increase in the last one. They increased his range back up in the last one. And now they're taking it down.
His damage was down, but his range was up.
Yeah, and now they're taking his range down like 10%?
Has
a 10-meter fall off or something like that?
Fire damage fall off range has been decreased by 10 meters. However, the effective range is still higher than it was at launch.
Right. And his fan of the hammer is going to fire faster.
Yeah.
And I believe they took down the timer on the flashbang from like 5 seconds to 3.5.
It's a half a second to 0.35 seconds.
Oh, so you're not going to be stunned as long.
Right.
Which is good, because I didn't like how long you were stunned.
Right. Yeah, so...
But he's useless. Like, I don't even touch McCree anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, he used to be so, like, overpowered. Yeah. And now it seems like Blizzard doesn't know what they want to do with McCree.
He's very tough to use.
I mean, he's a cool character. Don't get me wrong. Like, but I feel like they want him to be something, and then they change something, and then it changes the whole aspect of what this character should have been at the beginning.
He basically was a sniper at one point. He was a sniper at one point with that fucking hand cannon. But I mean, I don't know. They don't know what they're doing with him. I like the changes that they made to Ana. It'll help where she's weak, but do you like her ultimate?
I still don't really understand what it is.
You pick one person on the team, and you can. I think it
increases their
armor, their
armor and damage,
and their how fast they. It like basically just makes them like super powered for like a couple seconds. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I think support should have.
I mean, that's okay, but I feel like limiting it to like helping one character is kind of like.
Yeah. I don't
like maybe decrease the effects, but apply it to everybody.
Yeah.
Like that would be that would help that character immensely.
That would be OP.
Yeah, but if you decreased the
effects
of it, like if you like say how let's give it like 100% if you give it to one person, decrease it to like 40% and give it to the whole team.
Yeah.
So, Anna's a weird character. She's not a single support team character.
I hate seeing people pick her on my team.
I feel like I did better when people were playing as like Zenyatta with her.
Well, everybody picks Zenyatta now, which pisses me off because I used Zenyatta before it was cool.
Yeah.
Now everybody picks him, and
it's because he got that buff. He got that armor buff.
They still don't do a great job with him.
I just this character confuses me. I like the idea of the character, but there's something off and there's something missing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know, but I think they need. I think that these are the wrong changes to both of these characters.
Well, I think the Ana ones are a good start. I think instead of increasing her firing rate, you just need to increase how much you healed when you shot. Because, like, shooting a moving target, like, her shooting isn't difficult to hit people with. Because you don't have to, like, zoom. I mean, you can zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you can hip fire her gun, and you don't lose any accuracy or anything like that. But some of the characters, good luck healing a Tracer or a Genji.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're too fast.
They have low life.
Yeah, and that's where, like, when
you have a Lucio
yeah,
or
that's
Zenyatta, who you don't really even have to, like, you have to, like, specifically put your healing on a person.
Yeah.
But you don't have to aim.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to look in his general direction and throw the orb.
That kind of goes into this first question we have about this from our buddy CodFanFF.
I hope
How does Ana affect how you compile a team? I feel like Ana fits better with like Soldier, Reaper, maybe a Reinhardt, whereas like if you have a Genji or you need someone who can move as fast as they can.
With her, it's very easy to heal tanks.
Yeah.
Because they're huge and they're not fast. So healing a Reinhardt or Roadhog, even a Zarya. What I've noticed,
and using
maybe
that super,
maybe it's just the people that I've played with in competitive mode. Every time I get Ana picked, I'm hoping to God that somebody else picks another support character because I never get healed by her.
Yeah.
I feel like the people who are picking her are focusing way too much on trying to do damage, which can be the case with Zenyatta as well.
Mm-hmm.
People who pick Zenyatta and they're more focused on, and he does do probably the most damage out of all of the supports. So I don't think Zenyatta or Ana, anytime they get picked, should be running as the only support person. But then you get into the problem of having two supports. That takes a big chunk out of your team.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I was running with a Mercy the other day, and that seemed to work okay. But it was
I see people picking her.
It was a defend though, so like having a slower team made it easier for me to use Ana.
Yeah, but you don't. If you're defending, anytime you have like a defending or you're trying to get to a point, I like fast characters.
Yeah.
Those are the best. Even though like I never get to, I'm always stuck using Zarya in competitive mode because. The first two off the board are always Zenyatta and Ana.
Mm-hmm.
And those are not the two to run together.
Mm-mm.
Pick one or the other, and then you need either a Lucio and a Mercy. I mean, I still think Lucio's the best support.
Oh, yeah.
Out
Lucio
there.
by far is the best support. And I still think Mercy, like, what they did with her, she's better than the rest of them. Unless you can use... Unless you can use Zenyatta right. Mercy's very easy to master, whereas Zenyatta... takes some skill to use, but if you can use Zenyatta right, he's great. But I still think like the overall player base that I feel like plays this game, especially in quick play, Mercy is easier to use than Zenyatta.
I'd rather see a Lucio on my team, but if I see Ana get picked, I just hope that another support gets picked.
Yeah.
And I always get stuck playing as a tank.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and because I only play competitive mode now, and with the one which I almost kind of hate.
I wish they would let you pick two.
I wish it was two, but I get it. I mean, it's cool because you're seeing like you're playing. It's cool because the other team. You're not gonna see like 2 Bastions or 2 Torbjorns or anything like that.
Thank God, Bastions.
Which is good. But
I can't tell you how many cheap kills Bastions has gotten.
I literally
on me the last
run
week.
Zarya in basically everything, and then she's another tough one to use because you rely so much on how aggressive your team is.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if I'm picking Zarya, who is one of my go-to favorite, she's probably in my top 2 favorite. I love her, and you've seen I have tore things up.
Yeah,
with her.
yeah, dude. Like when
when I
run Lucio and you run her, like we like.
But then now I'm getting into the problem where, okay, let's say I have a team and I'm picking Zarya and then I get a Zenyatta and an Ana on my team. Now you know how Zarya works, right? Like I need to put barriers on my teammates so that they can take damage. Who am I supposed to put a fucking barrier on?
Yeah.
Zenyatta and Ana are all the way back there. They're not even taking fire. So, I mean, I guess you can point the finger at me like, hey, then why the fuck are you still using Zarya? But
yeah.
I always have to end up switching, and then we have no tank because I just hopefully after a while people will get over she's new, and then Zenyatta got buffed, and they'll go back to what they're good at. Because I played like right the day after that it came out, and competitive mode was awful. I even tried to play a quick play because I wanted to test her out, and I had 4 Anas on my team.
4?
This was like the day of the patch.
Oh,
but I mean, like still, like you can play another game, man. Like you all don't. So hey, guess what? We lost.
I wonder why.
Yeah, so it was like ridiculous. Hopefully, and people will get over that. Oh, it's the new character, and it won't matter here in a while. So, but anytime I see an Ana, I'm just hoping for another support, and I hope that. But it's true with any hero. You hope that when someone picks them, that they know how to use them, because that's the whole point of the game. If you pick them, but when I get a team like Ana and Zenyatta.
Yeah,
I shouldn't run Zarya, I guess, now that I've been talking about it out in the open. It's probably a dumb choice to pick her.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, that's my mistake.
But I mean, you also need to figure out like your team compilation, which kind of that goes into our next question. I'm Joho on Twitter. Love the shows you all do. Do you have any strategies on how to build a team within competition mode? I think it's competitive mode is what you should have said, but yeah. I mean, you're the expert at competitive mode.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself an expert. I'm only I'm stuck in the 40s, so I'm not. I get up close to 50 and then I'll lose some games, but it depends on what you're playing. If you're playing one of the ones where you're trying to like rush together to get a point, you want some speed.
You want speed. You want a speed. Lucio to get you to the point faster.
Now, I've watched pro players play, and what they used to run with that in that game mode was like 2 Winstons, 2 Tracers, and 2 Lucios. And 2 Lucios.
Yeah,
that's what everybody ran that because you wanted to get to that zone as quickly as you could. And with those group,
and Winston with the rage, he can clear people out.
Winston can get there. He can put that shield down. Now, I haven't played a lot since they've changed it. I mean, really, I don't like to support people. I know you and me have run Lucio and Zenyatta, and we've destroyed it. But that was in quick play.
Yeah, those are rare instances where you
in competition.
Dual support
I would
is
love
not,
like I said. So in the one where you're trying to both reach a point, you need, I think, a Lucio.
Yeah, for sure.
I like Zarya, but then
yeah, but if you're running with a Lucio, you can get her there fast. Well, I know what you're gonna say. She's slow.
She is slow. Shit, that's a big ass gun though. That in that one, you have so many of your teammates running into that area that you can throw barriers up there, and you can get max power on that gun so fast, and you'll clear out a whole room with a fully powered plasma rifle or whatever she has. But I mean, it's tough. Like, I don't have any strategy. I haven't really found the team. Like I said, there was the team to beat, which was the 2 Winstons.
Yeah, but then they added. Then they did the one.
But now since they've done that, I haven't found like, oh my gosh, this team is gonna just wipe everybody out.
Right.
The game has changed so much now that I don't have.
I wouldn't run a dual support unless you're like losing. Like,
well, I don't like. I mean,
you want to be aggressive.
You can run dual supports if you're defending. I think you can get away with it.
Right. I'm talking about attacking.
But if you're attacking and you're running dual supports,
you want to be aggressive.
You're not getting enough, power. Like on those ones, what I would like to see is still a Lucio or a Mercy.
Right.
And then I would like to see a Reinhardt or some sort of tank. Zarya isn't great for attacking, but she's not the worst. She's decent for defend. A Reinhardt is really amazing. And then you get your attackers.
I would take
in there.
like a soldier and a Reaper in there almost.
It seems like there's a soldier in every game just about. I mean, he's just such a solid. He's pretty good at everything. I like Genji myself for the attacks because he can get into the zone, especially in the time.
I tell you who you don't want to use is like, I hate it when I get in there and people are using like Hanzo and Widowmaker on an attack.
Okay, then my strategy is hopefully you have a team who picks people who they know how to use them. I have seen people use Hanzo on an attack and tear it up, but I've seen people use Hanzo as an attack and not do shit.
Yeah,
But I could say that about any
that's
hero
the thing
out there.
with the hero type shooter games. You need people that know how to play the character that they pick.
That's the thing,
and then
especially in competitive mode.
Yeah,
especially now with the new rule where you can only pick one. But because people will say don't pick Torbjorn on attack. Well, I've seen Torbjorn pretty good on attack if you're moving the payload, and you can put that turret on a moving target. I mean, there's
so many. There's so many different team compilations. I recommend we might not be the people to ask, but I would go watch some like pro teams and look at their compilations and watch like how good they are as a team.
Yeah.
And communication is also a big thing.
Well, I mean, like, for instance, I've been running, like I said, I usually end up having to run Zarya quite a bit. And I will let my team know when I have my super, because I think she has one of the best ultimates in the game, the Black Hole. And then when I have Hanzo or something on the team, and I shoot that, and then he shoots his dragon arrow, and you'll clear out, the whole thing is, you're done, and then you have the zone. So you just have to see what other teammates are picking, unfortunately, and don't get stuck with one hero.
Yeah.
Don't and if you're playing in a game and it's not working, you can switch.
Yeah.
There are counters to everyone.
Try to master at least like 3 different heroes, because if someone picks the hero that you normally go as, like that's going to be an issue for you if you only play 1 or 2 heroes.
Well, no one ever picks Zarya, so I'm good.
No, but a lot of people pick Lucio. A lot of people seem to be picking Anna for some reason.
Well, she's new. It's like anytime there's a new character, you want to pick them. But that's going to die off, and you're going to see less and less people picking her. I guarantee it. Because she's not that great.
Unless they change her.
I still don't think she'll be that great. But no, I mean, I don't, defend. Torbjorn's still a pretty good choice. Bastion, all those assholes that run
I hate Bastion so much.
He's a good choice, though. He's not bad.
Yeah, I know, but like on Route 66, when like you're standing in that room and they put like I was playing when I was trying to level up to 25, 2 people picked Bastion and just planted themselves up on that railing. When you start in the building on the one end.
That's when you go after him with a Tracer and a Genji.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Genji
annoying.
eats.
And then somebody put
breakfast.
a Torbjorn turret up there with them, and Torbjorn was down below attacking while his turret was up there. It was a nightmare trying to get out of that building. But I don't know. I like Overwatch. It's intriguing. Like, it's intriguing to me that we're still talking about this game 2 months after it's come out.
Wait, so like you get like 6? What? There's 6 people on the team. Is it 6 or 5?
Yeah, 6.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was 5 for some reason. Are you sure it's 6?
Yeah, it's 6.
Like how I would like it perfectly would be probably like 1 tank, 2 supports, and
2
3,
supports?
Yeah. And 3 like attackers, depending on like if you're attacking. That's how I would like to run it. Yeah, I would put like a Lucio and like a Zenyatta together, or an Anna.
Those 2, yeah, you need to run,
because that Orb of Discord is disgusting.
Yeah, like Zenyatta. I would recommend if you're going to run a dual support role, it would be Zenyatta Lucio.
Oh hell yeah, that's dirty.
Yeah, it's secretly one of the best
it's
combinations.
Dirty, man. It is dirty, especially like Zenyatta. I'm not trying to get eliminations with him.
Yeah.
I'm healing. I'm putting that Orb of Discord out and letting my attackers melt them down because it does like 50% extra damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
And I still end up with like quite a bit because like
I like Zenyatta as a character too. He just looks cool.
Yeah,
he looks cool.
But no, I have not found the. Like I said, before they changed it down to 1, I knew the secret formula for like a really good team, but now it's. You have to see what they're running and then counter what they're doing, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to kind of like, you don't want to be too like counter. You don't want to like full on try to counter what the other team's running, but at the same time, you want to make sure your team has a good chance of countering them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to like be too defensive while picking a team, but at the same time, you want to make sure your teams match up well.
Mm-hmm.
So. It's kind of our advice, but I also recommend going to watch some pro teams. They are disgusting.
I totally recommend watching pro teams, especially if you want to learn how to like really play a character. That's what I did with Zarya, and it improved my gameplay with her immensely. Again, I rely on teammates to build her up because her shields don't last that long, and they have pretty high cooldown. So
yeah,
if I don't have an aggressive team, I have to get off of her.
Yeah.